Millions of people on the streets all around the nation out in protest against Trump. Meanwhile, no one is attending his birthday party. Dude, this is why I love protests. This is why I love like the liberal protests as well. This right here, remember, this right here is a direct shot at the notion that like Republicans are super popular, they're all around, and that their movement is popular and everybody loves them. People think that this is the case because of what they see online, what they see on Twitter, and it ends up changing the way that they see the world. I promise you, I always say this. If you go on Twitter, you think Elon Musk is the most popular guy on the planet, right? Like, holy shit, so many glazers. I mean, there's even still plenty of haters of Elon on Twitter as well. But like, if your only assessment is conducted online, if your only assessment of the world is conducted by who you consume online, if you see the giant numbers that people like Asmongold have in terms of audiences, and you look at Twitter, you will genuinely develop a false sense of what the world looks like. About an hour until the parade started time in DC, and there are plenty of prime viewing spots wide open, particularly towards the beginning of the route along Constitution Avenue. Oh my God. No one is there. Not even the protest. Oh no. When you throw a birthday party and the only people that attend are paid to be there. This is kind of awesome. I'm not gonna lie, this low-key is the best possible thing that could have happened. Like, incredibly limited number of people, and then like some obviously anti-Trump protesters. But like, overall, just limited involvement is hilarious. Like, having no one show up is funnier than having even only counter protesters show up. Oh my God. Bro, this sucks so much. Oh, this sucks so much for Trump. Oh, that's awesome. This is exactly the kind of petty shit that he hates too. All around the country, there are millions of people on the streets from different walks of life, from different demographic backgrounds, marching against Donald Trump. Meanwhile, Donald Trump himself can't even get enough of his supporters to come watch his birthday party army parade. Oh, that's so good. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is so perfect. I'm sorry. I know this is like kind of libbed up, but this is exactly the type of shit that Donald Trump cares about. And this is fucking hilarious. The irony is, these guys used to say, oh, we're the silent majority. The silent majority is the liberals. Liberalism is monoculture. The silent majority has been, especially with the increasingly unleashed right-wing sentiment, algorithm-boosted right-wing sentiment that you see everywhere, that's like botted into oblivion with fake likes and all this shit. You think that the actual majority population's attitude is like super pro Donald Trump. Meanwhile, the actual silent majority is the liberals and progressives and the combination movement that is anti-Trump. It's just that the online majority sentiment is very loud. The online sentiment is very loud, and it makes you falsely believe that there's like a majority opinion there.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump, and First Lady Melania Trump.
This shit is so sauceless. Look at how empty it is. He knows how empty that crowd is. He's sad. He's sad. You can tell he's sad. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, that's awesome. Millions of people on the streets of the United States protesting Trump all around the nation. Meanwhile, no one is attending his ass birthday party. This is proof, once again, that the repulsive far-right hug box that Twitter and online spaces have become is not representative of real-world support for MAGA and right-wing policies. Do not be deluded. Do not be discouraged. You will rarely see crowd shots unless it's like Trump moving into the stage, and at which point you see that there's no one behind them. Wow, very tight shots of the crowd. Very tight shots of the crowd. I've been trying to explain this to people for quite a while. I think because of how aggressive right-wing sentiment is generally, and how aggressive right-wingers are both in the real world and also specifically online with constant harassment campaigns, constant brigading, that people have developed a false sense of political parity, political ideological parity in this country, where they actually think that the world is, or especially America, is way, way, way more right-wing than it actually is. Even people that voted for Donald Trump voted for him because they got duped into voting for him. There are still a shit ton of people who thought legitimately that Donald Trump was only going to deport these like supposedly criminal migrants that are a massive problem, it seems, when no such problem really existed. This is why I kept saying this was a major gap in information from the Democratic side. It was a major mistake from the Democrats that allowed public sentiment and public discourse to shift in this incredibly right-wing direction. And it has snapped back to reality very quickly once ICE started doing these idiotic and dangerous and scary operations in people's backyards and in people's neighborhoods. It's like probably the worst time to try to instill patriotic feelings in this country when there's so much discontent and anger, where people are like, why can't we go back to the glory days? Because like right now you're talking about the glorious past, you know, Revolutionary War, taking out a monarch, like removing a monarch's grip of power. Meanwhile, now all the army does is just brutalize like brown 14-year-old children so that a bunch of rich assholes can make money stealing the natural resources of said country and failing to do so in the process anyway. It just sucks. By the way, straight up, Trump is so fucking zesty with it because low-key, this is kind of cool. And this is exactly the type of shit that a zesty ass man would come up with. They actually hired a bunch of like professional costume designers, for the record, so that they could showcase the costume, like the uniforms of every single era. And I'm sorry, I like that. I will admit, I like that. I think it's cool, but that is something that a very zesty man with a penchant for art, who has an artistic vision, would come up with. Okay? This is where we're at. It is Pride Month. Parades automatically gay. There's no way to make a parade straight. Okay, it's always a queer experience, and therefore this is technically a pride parade. Why is this sauceless? I think other countries that don't have much in terms of military conquest spend a lot more of their limited efforts on putting together sick ass parades. That's why our parades look kind of sauceless. Like, low-key, the shittiest North Korean parade is better than this, okay? Straight up. Chinese parades are way sicker than this. North Korean parades are way sicker than this. So I guess the more your military is actually put to use, the worse your parade looks. This is so ass, bro.
The president would actually be
this is fucking so ass.